The holidays are coming and we are making evaporated milk and sweetened condensed milk so that we don't have to buy any of that stuff with the chemicals in it from the store. I have 8 cups of milk here and I'm going to add 2 cups of sugar to this. This is going to produce 4 cups of sweetened condensed milk. We've got this on medium-high heat. We're just bringing this up to a simmer. Okay, to make this evaporated milk, we better get ready to turn this one down. It's coming up to a boil quick. I'm going to need evaporated milk to make pumpkin pies. So we are making, I'm going to need 3 cups of evaporated milk. So we have 6 cups of milk in this pot right here. And we're just making evaporated milk right here. And I'm going to watch both of these carefully as they come up to that simmer point, because they will boil over if you turn away from them. This is going to taste way better. I'm using whole milk. Just get your hand on the trigger and get ready. I'm bringing this up to a boil on high, which is not recommended, but I don't like to wait around. Oh, there we go. It's getting thick. Now I'm going to turn that down to a medium right now because it's starting to get thick. Oh, there's the boil. Oh, there she is. See that rise up like that? You got to catch it quick right when it gets to that boil. Now we're going to try to find that perfect simmer point. Just a low simmer. This is probably going to take a while since it's 8 cups of milk. But you don't really have to do anything. Just stir it every now and then. Okay, let's see if we found that perfect boil point yet. Oh, there she comes. Maybe that was a bit too low. Turn it up just a notch. You see, right when it started to boil, I jumped over and turned that all the way to a low. Whew, deflated it before I could get up there. Oh, now I'm starting to see some bubbles forming. Come on. Okay. Now this milk is plenty scalded, and here comes the boil on this one. You see how it's rising up? Yep. Oh, shit! Stainless still doesn't react as quick as those Gotham ones do. Okay, turn that down real quick. Now, once it deflates, we're going to find that perfect little simmer point. And then we just kind of leave it alone. You don't even really got to stir this until once it's reduced by almost half, then you're going to want to start keeping an eye on it again. Well, that's not quite simmering. Go up a little. Up a little. Just a tiny bit at a time until you get that perfect simmer going. Yum. We're going to end up with 4 cups of sweetened condensed milk. That's the equivalent of $8. And we're only using half of a gallon of milk in this one here. So for $2, or no, less, be about $1.75, we're making the equivalent of 4 cans of sweetened condensed milk, which is going to run you $2.50 per can. $1.75 versus, that'd be $10. Almost $10. Yep. That's $8.25 savings. That's worth it. Oh, we're going to want a pinch of salt in there too, just like salted caramel. Just like when you do caramel. Sugar and a pinch of salt. Let me go find my salt. And it's a pinch of salt per 2 cups. And we got 8 in here, so we're going to do 4 pinches of salt. And you know you're simmering enough if you've got steam coming off. You see how both of these are steaming? That's how we know that we've got it at a really great temperature. This one's got more steam than this one, so this one's going to happen quicker. than this one over here. So we're going to turn this one up just a bit more. Little nudges at a time. And I always make sure to close my kitchen vent for my heater vent when I'm cooking on the gas stove top, because that will affect your flame and the amount of dust in your kitchen. So I always sweep the floor and shut my vent right before I cook. That's because I got gas heat and hardwood floors. Once it gets to the halfway point, something changes in the structure of the whole milk, and it just suddenly will become thick and creamy and foamy, almost the way heavy cream turns into whipped cream, or egg whites turn into meringue. It just will pop over to that next structure change once it's evaporated at exactly the 50% mark. Oh, sure smells good. It's got this sweet smell going. This one smells good. And this sweetened one really doesn't have a lot of smell. But the regular milk smells good. Sweet. It's so strange. I've never done these both beside each other before. Yeah. No, I'm just boiling milk, or watching milk boil, really. Yeah, that's all we're doing, is just watching it. That's why we're doing this a few days in advance. Okay. Yep. Takes a little time. But if we're making everything from scratch, we may as well make everything from scratch. Yes. You can't have a can of evaporated milk or a can of sweetened condensed milk and then say that you made it from scratch. Because there's chemicals and processing that goes into that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you always subscribe? Did you like it too?
I have no idea what you are talking about, young lady. Hey, don't you mess with my salt. I need that for the rolls.
I had to close it.
Oh. No, no, no. There we go. Now that's at a good boil. Yeah, I would not recommend starting with the pan too full like I did. That was a really bad idea. Trying to rush it and get it all done at once. I should have just grabbed the gallon pot for this one. Nope. I'll see what you're up to, little girl. No. I need that open, honey.
Okay. Did you be at this?
No, no, no. No, that's the yeast. You leave stuff alone. No. You turkey.
But can I help you cook?
No, I'm not cooking. I'm just watching the milk boil.
Oh, okay.
It's almost done.
It takes too long.
It does take too long, doesn't it? Well, saved $14 for what we needed together with the sweetened condensed milk and the evaporated milk. We saved $14. So we're literally over here making $14 an hour at home. That's how I see it. However much I save, however much time I spend, that's how much money I am worth. I'm worth $14 an hour today. Which, man, a couple years ago, that would have been rocking good.
Come on, what are we cooking?
We're making evaporated milk so we can make pumpkin pie. And we're making sweetened condensed milk so we can make special holiday coffee creamer.
Ooh, can I help you?
Oh, first we gotta wait for the milk to get done boiling.
Okay, you wax.
Okay.
And I wax too.
Okay,
Whoa, what's that?
you just relax while we wait, because that's all we gotta do is wait.
Okay.
And then, it's almost ready.
Okay.
All right.
What's that?
Oh, that's the buttons on my I don't care shirt.
Ooh, this is so cute.
Yeah.
I love it. I want this one.
I have this old school hoodie from when I was a teenager. Actually, Says, I just realized I don't care.
Come on,
Man,
I want
they
that.
used to make clothing that would last forever. This t-shirt is like 25 years old. Maybe 20 years old. It's old.
Can I have that?
No, they don't sell these anymore.
Huh?
No, it even has these awesome, like, actual metal buttons on it. Yeah. And the paint hasn't even came off, and I have worn the crap out of this shirt. They really used to make good clothing, I tell ya.
Yes, I just want that.
I know, right?
I cannot find that.
Man, I will never again do this in a stainless steel pan. Whew. Unless it's really big and I have room to just let it overflow. This is ridiculously temperamental in stainless steel. And this one needs turned up. Turn it up! Just like that song. Sweet home Alabama, where the sky's all so blue. Oh my, she might be there. She might be there. Oh, I'm going to tick it down just a bit. Just to make sure if that's boils. Because that's what it looks like when it's done, but it's not done. It's giving us a fake boil. How's she doing, babe?
She's okay. She isn't in bed.
Okay, good. Actually, let's see. We might be there. Are we halfway? Let's see here. Goes right up to there. Right up to there. Oh my, I think we are there. All right. Let's turn it up just a bit more and see if it tries to... That's what you want right there. Oh my. Turning it back to a high simmer. Now, if those bubbles just start going up, that's how we know that we've condensed it enough to make it so thick that we've changed the consistency and the structure of the milk. I'm pretty sure that's the halfway point. I'm pretty sure we're there. Let's just see if it starts rising up. Come on, right back up to temperature. So you just want to leave it at that same simmer that you had it on, and then you'll know whether or not it's just a simmer or if she's rising up to tell you she's done. She has bloomed. Oh, yep. I think we're at the bloomed. I think so. Let's wait till it gets all the way up. I'm going to let those bubbles raise about 2.5 inches off the top of the milk surface before I say, okay, I'm pretty sure you're not fooling me now. And then we got to see if we have 3 cups of evaporated milk. That means we did it exactly perfect. Oh, look at that dome. It's all empty in there. It's all the way empty in there. That's how the sugars in the milk are forming this layer, almost like a lid. Pop. Yep. Oh, man. And this evaporated milk smells so good and sweet. You'd think that this sweetened condensed milk would smell caramely and sweet, but it does not. This one has very little scent, almost no scent at all, but it is starting to get that creamy color. This one smells good. All right, we are there. Yep. See how all those bubbles are raised up like that? We are there. Now let's pop these bubbles and make sure that it is exactly half. You stir them down. I'm pretty dang sure that's exactly the half. Let's just see. We know because we can see our line where we started. We're just going to dip the spatula. See where it goes to. Right to there. No. Right to there. Oh man, that's exactly perfect. Okay, we're going to turn this off. You see all that yucky sour cream looking stuff? That's why we're going to strain it after it cools. Okay, we're going to let this cool for about 10 minutes. And then we're going to strain it, cool it to room temperature, and put it in the fridge until we're ready to make some pie. We have a 4-cup capacity measuring device over here and a strainer, preferably metal if their milk is still pretty hot. We're going to pour this milk through that strainer and we'll see if we got 3 cups. Yikes, and it should look all yucky and yucky just like that. But don't worry, that washes up pretty easily. All right, how much milk do we have? Oh my, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. 3 cups of evaporated milk. And then we will dump this out. You could almost make cheese with this, couldn't you? Oh my, oh my. That's like cheese right there. Okay. Well, we're going to have to get this dumped out and get ready because our sweetened condensed milk is almost at the tipping point. She keeps rising up. So let's give her a stir. See if this one is reduced by half. Got like another 1/8 of an inch to go. She's almost there. Keep a close eye on it when it gets this close. We will be stirring it every few minutes as we're so almost there. Now, after our evaporated milk got strained, we've placed it into a jar, but we're not going to close this until this gets down to room temperature. And once it gets to room temperature, we will close it up and put this in the fridge, and it will last for 5 days in the fridge. Yep. And I'm sure the sweetened condensed milk is going to be 5 days too, but I would give it even longer because of the sugar that's in here is a preservative, and there's salt. There's sugar and salt in the sweetened condensed milk. So I would give it 7 to 10 days in the refrigerator for the sweetened condensed milk. All right, I think she's there. Let's give it one last stir. And I'm just using my spatula and a little speck on there to measure. So we put it all the way down to the bottom. Then we see our line, put it all the way to there. That's exactly half of where we started because there's our start line right there. Okay, let's turn it off and let it cool. We are done with the sweetened condensed milk. We started with 8 cups and now we should have 4. We'll see when this cools off. Now that we've given it that one last stir, we're going to drain it through this wire strainer again. Isn't that pretty? It looks like caramel. It practically is caramel. This will help it push through. Okay, so after you get that drained, you should have exactly 4 cups if you did it right. Exactly 4 cups. So perfect. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with that one. Pour it into our container here. Make sure that it's cooled all the way to room temperature before you close that lid. Put it in the fridge for 7 to 10 days for the sweetened condensed, 5 days for the evaporated milk. We will see you guys next time.